halimbawang nakakita tayo na target tayo ng isang taxpayer, wag na muna yung voluntary, ano? Meron tayo targeted. Paano tayo nagsisimula at paano tayo tatapos?
Yeah, I just want to make clear, no, the letter of authority is important for enforcement. No, although 98% of the collection of BIR is voluntary and only 2% is from all these assessment, that letter of authority push behavior of compliance. No? So yun hindi pwedeng mawala yung takot. Kasi marami hong hindi nagbabayad. No? Meron study na we have not collected more than 1 trillion pesos, no, from tax evasion and all those things. No? So the letter of authority is important. I can only discuss the process during my time because they have changed it.
Nevertheless, so we can also compare how it evolved, ano?
Yeah.
Over time.
Yeah, during my time, the first thing I did is I removed TVNs, yung tax verification.
Meron kaming glossary of terms na very confusing. NOD, PAN, FAN, FDDA, FLD, so many terms. So baka pwedeng isama nyo na sa enlightenment namin yan.
Before, the BIR investigate using 2 instruments, no? Actually 3. A letter of notice, which is when we compare, di ba, may VAT system tayo. So yung mga taxpayer, binibigay ho yung mga data, so kino-compare namin yun, purchases, sales ng bawat taxpayer. Kung may discrepancy, sinusulatan namin, sinasabihan namin sila, no contact audit ito, no? Hindi namin sa pinupuntahan, sinusulatan lang namin na parang may diferensya ho yung nire-report nyo. Pwede ba explain nyo o kaya i-support nyo? So yun ho yung letter notice. Pangalawa, letter of authority. Yan ho yung issue na pinag-uusapan ngayon. No? Yun yung LOA. No? So yan ho, kung walang LOA, walang letter of authority, hindi ho pwedeng pumunta yung tao ng BIR dun sa taxpayer at hindi niya pwedeng buksan yung mga libro ng taxpayer. So importante yung letter of authority kasi yan yung parang sa police, kung wala kang search warrant, wala kang warrant of arrest, hindi ka pwedeng pumunta dun sa tao. So kailangan mo ng letter of authority. Yung mission order naman ho, MO, yung initial na MO, usually this is issued because you want to do surveillance. No? So, meron kang suspecha na hindi mo siya i-issue ng resibo, hindi niya nire-report lahat. So, magbibigay ka ngayon ng mission order, pwede mong tayuan sa tabi yung kahera. No? So, bawat transaction, yung BIR naglilista.
No, anong basic difference ng LOA sa mission order?
Yung mission order is gusto mong malaman. Yeah, you're physically there looking at the transaction. There, when the customer comes in, bale, may kahera, nandito yung BIR na tao. So, namomonitor niya, kung gagawin niya ng 3 days, so, di makikita niya lahat na 3-day transaction. Iko-compare niya dun sa nire-report. So, kung ni-report niya sa 3-day, kakatayo niya dun, is 100 million yung pumasok. Tapos tinignan niya yung nire-report niya, 10 million lang. Bakit ganyan? No? So, yan yung mission order.
Mr. Chairman, sino nag-i-issue ng mission order?
RDO at saka regional director ho ang nag-i-issue ng mission order. Hindi naman ho yan ang commissioner.
Regional. So, hindi commissioner, di ba?
Hindi.
Yung regional or
RDO, Revenue District Officer.
Revenue District.
Yeah. Tapos may dati may TVN, Tax Verification Notice. Ito ho, ini-issue rin ho dati ng RDO lang, no? So, parang pwede rin itong instrument to audit. So, during my time kasi, meron kaming letter of LAM, meron kaming system, kung mag-i-issue ho yung regional director and RDO ng letter of authority, papasok sila sa sistema na sasabihin niya mag-i-issue niya sa letter of authority. Tapos from there, yun ho mag-print out nun papel. Yung papel na accountable form. No? At saka yung sistema na yan, i-input mo yan doon kung sino yung examiner na mag-o-audit. Tapos lalagay mo rin doon ano yung resulta ng PAN, Preliminary Assessment Notice. Ano yung resulta ng FAN, Final Assessment Notice. Tapos kung settlement, ano yung settlement, 0605 yun. No? Yung form ng BIR 0605, that's the payment. So all of that, you will put in that system. So yun ho, yung pag-monitor ho ng national office sa field sa lahat na nag-i-issue ng letter of authority. Dahil may sistema ng ganon, wala sa TVN, tinanggal ko ho yung TVN para isa na lang letter of authority, no? Para namomonitor ng office ko, no? ng commissioner's office. So yun ho yung proseso ng pag-o-audit. Saka isa rin hong dapat hong monitorin, di ba? Ang problema kasi ngayon, yung LN, yung letter notice na no contact audit, sinabi ho ng Supreme Court na hindi ho pwedeng mag-assess dahil from LN. Kailangan lang letter of authority. Kaya siguro napapansin nyo sa isang taon, 4 na LOA ang nai-issue kasi yung dating LN, ini-issuehan nila ng letter of authority. No? So, nagbabat return kayo every quarter. So, 4 na quarter yan. So, letter of authority mo, 4.
Wala bang limitation ang pag-issue ng LOA to a particular individual or entity?
No, during my time, I issued a audit plan, no? And in it, there's a specific provision that said you can only audit a taxpayer 2 consecutive years. Kung kung gusto mo siya i-audit ng 3rd year, kailangan sabihin mo na may fraud. May discrepancy ng malaki, no? Tsaka yung assessment mo malaki. Kasi kung hindi ho malaki, tatanungin ka, bakit yan ang pinili nyo? Ang dami-daming ibang taxpayer. Bakit siya ulit? Ang liit naman yung kinokolekta nyo. So, in 2015, I issued an audit program where there's a specific provision that you cannot audit a person 3rd consecutive time, except if you can say there's fraud. Kasi we allow the second.
In 1 year, let's say in 1 year, how many times can
There's no limit. No, kasi ang nangyayari ko sa kanila ngayon, mag-issue sila ng 1st quarter VAT letter of authority, 2nd quarter letter of authority for VAT, 3rd quarter letter of authority for VAT, 4th quarter VAT letter of authority. Tapos nun, yun mga hindi, tapos may 5th, yung year na yan, all other taxes na letter of authority. So, pag binilang mo yan, 5 na yan. Diba?
in 1 year?
Yeah, pwedeng 5 in 1 year dahil doon sa sistema na yan. Kasi nga, sabi ng...
5 in 1 year para sa isang taxpayer.
Yeah, pwedeng 5 in 1 year the way it is done now.
Diba? Parang feeling haras na yung individual.
Yeah.
Oh, yun.
So, kasi dati, nagle-letter notice lang ho kami na sinasabihan lang namin yung taxpayer. Alam nyo, may ni-report kayong purchase. Pero yung sinabihan nyo na binilahan nyo, hindi naman nagre-report ng sales. So, explain nyo nga bakit ganyan. No contact audit yan. Kaya lang, the Supreme Court said you cannot do that. I think one of the legislative reform that should be done, because we're all pushing toward digitalization, and globally, it is the move is also to non-contact audit. So
Related question, how is a LOA served at saka where is it served?
it is served in the place of business of the taxpayer.
Not in any other place.
Yeah. Not
Yung
in-
iba kasi sa mall sa mall, sa restaurant, kung saan magsalubong, doon na lang ini-issue. Pwede ba yun?
Dapat it's in the place,
Dapat in
of,
the place
business,
of business.
where he said his place of business.
So outright, kung sinerve ito sa mall, nakipag-meet sa mall, nakipag-meet sa restaurant, may violation.
Yeah, because that you are supposed to serve
Subject
it
to
in the place of business.
Subject to administrative sanction. Kagad.
Can be, yeah, because you're not serving it properly.
Yeah.
Because if you go to the place of business at wala naman yung boss, pwede mo naman iwan dun sa manager. Diba? So,
But that makes it suspicious, ano? Bakit sa mall magkikita?
at saka kung hindi niyo siya makikita sa place of business, paano niyo siya nakita sa mall?
Eh, kung ayaw tanggapin,
Ha?
you're bringing it to the place of business, ayaw tanggapin.
Then you do an affidavit that I served it and they did not want to accept it. So there's deemed service. You know, there's a way. Pero yung sa
Sige, lang
mall,
sandali kay Commissioner Lumagi. Mali pala yung nagawa niyo, dito niyo naserbihan si Diskaya ng LOA.
But, Mr. Chair, first of all,